Hi Gemini, welcome to your August 2026 general reading. Thank you for joining me. My name's Michelle. This is Gypsy Insights Tarot, and welcome guys. Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Venus are all welcome here today. Thank you for tuning in and for watching my video. I appreciate each and every one of you and your support. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment, do all those wonderful things. You guys know the drill here on YouTube. So if you like the video and you like my messages here, please do drop me a comment down below. Alright, let's get started here, Gemini, as the cards are a little bit unruly this morning for you guys. So let's see if that's any indication of what's going on in your life today. And for the coming month of August 2026, we'll take a look at you here and what's going on outside of yourself. We'll also take a look at your goals, what could be preventing you from reaching those goals. We'll also take a look at your achievements this month, what you should avoid, what you should embrace, anything that's helping or hindering you, external influence at the moment, and of course the potential outcome. Alright Gemini, let's see what's going on for you guys for the month of August. Of course, play with time a little bit. If you're watching this at the end of July, this may start to happen or resonate around that time. So let's take a look. Okay, Lady Lunar's magic. Okay, synchronizing with the lunar energy. You know, August is going to be a powerful month, filled with all kinds of energy, including eclipse energy. So tuning in with the power of the moon cycles this month, working with the power of the moon cycles this month will help you greatly. Let's see, I'm going to get a card from, actually I'll get an animal companion or a familiar for you guys. Let's see. Spirit animal for the month of August 2026 for Gemini, please. Seeing the big picture, the giraffe. You know, you do stand tall. Doesn't matter what your actual stature is. Your energy is standing tall this month, working with the power of the moon. Now, that is card number 32. If you reduce that, it is 5, and that can indicate some challenges here, guys. So there will be some challenges in August, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Certainly not. Challenges, of course, push us forward. So synchronizing with lunar time and energy. Yeah. Now this Lady Lunar, of course, is a goddess. Her magic is unique, otherworldly, and it is shared and distributed amongst every single living being, and even the oceans, the weather. Everything is, when we see the big picture, see how we're affected by moon energy or lunar energy. Now, the moon is considered compassionate, loving. It's a regulator of all of our energies and, of course, of our emotions, our moods. We shut ourselves away from lunar light when we use electric light, when we draw the curtains on the moon, and when we pollute our skies or pollute our energy around us with too many distractions. So this month, catch up on some sleep, turn off those devices, including me, guys. If I'm keeping you awake, turn off that screen or kind of limit the screen. See if you can maybe listen to me without that screen. It feels like needing to draw down the power of lunar energy, and moon energy is connected, of course, with nighttime, and that's why I see you needing to take some restful sleep during the evening. If you can, of course. If you're a shift worker, probably not going to happen, but the majority of the people watching here work during the day. So moon cycles are to be worked with at this time. Let's see. You are coming up here as the 9 of Cups, but in the reverse. Oh, well, Gemini, that can be a little bit of an out of control energy, especially when it's associated with the moon. For a lot of you, this will associate mainly with my Gemini moon signs, but again, definitely relevant for every other sign as well. Every other sign placement where you have your moon energy is going to be important. So check out your chart if you don't know it already. You could be any kind of, you don't have to be a Gemini moon. You could be a Sagittarius moon, a Pisces moon, a Aquarius moon. Whatever that moon sign is for you, Gemini, this month is going to be important for you to work with that kind of energy. Yeah. Your moon sign, of course, gives you a lot of clues about who you are at your very core, who you are under the layers. Yes. And moon cycles, of course, when it comes to the moon, we think of lunar, we think of lunacy. So things that you're doing at this time may appear to others as something that is not your usual self, perhaps, Gemini, or something that you're doing may appear like it's a little bit of radical or something a little bit over the top this month. So watch out for that. People around you may not be on board with whatever you want to build here. Yeah. And I get, when it comes to your nighttime self, you could be receiving a lot of messages this month in your dreams, upon waking. Yeah. For a lot of you, you could be discovering how moonlight affects you, how the nighttime affects you. And so work in tandem with the cycles here. It will help. Especially if you're feeling very drained or tired when you should be feeling more energized. Look towards the lunar cycles for discoveries there of how you can perhaps change some habits. Yeah. Now around you we do have this 3 of Cups, but it's in reverse. That's what I mean by people around you at this time may not be the best people to be hanging around. I just got this image in my mind of like this group of people sitting around kind of telling stories, and I don't know, a lot of it seems to be gossip, hearsay, things that aren't true. I don't know, Gemini. You are who you hang with this month, looks like. There could be some overindulgence as well. There could be some, I don't know, when you get together with a group of friends, or it could even be work colleagues for some of you, but not all of you. It's people that are a little bit excessive, I would say. That they tend to not have a lot of limits or not a lot of boundaries. So whoever that is in your life, just something to watch for, I would say. Yeah, seeing the bigger picture. There could be 1 or 2 people around you that are telling you BS, but when you're under the influence of perhaps a few beverages, it can ring true, when normally in your sober state you may think, oh, that's just BS, and I know it is, but you may entertain it more perhaps after a few beverages, guys. That won't be for all of you. When it comes to what you want, we do have the we have the energy of oppression here. Well, obviously you don't want oppression. You want everything and everyone to be free. You want peace, you want harmony. That's what your ultimate goal is. It's a very lofty goal. You see yourself as a campaigner for the less fortunate. You do see yourself as someone who knows right from wrong, Gemini. So, yeah, this can kind of bring you down a bit, because when your lofty goals are not achievable, or people make fun of those lofty goals, it can bring you really down. It can topple you off your tower here. Definitely. I see you as someone who wears your crown, and wears your crown proudly and wisely. But there may be a little bit of toppling here. Now, it could be something that you do or say, so be careful, especially if those beverages are involved, guys. Yeah. I would say there is a moment, at least one during the month of August, where you have to be really careful about your reputation and getting kind of knocked off your pedestal here, Gemini, by a group of people that may be saying things about you that are untrue, gossiping, whatever it is. It'll be different for each one of you. And it will make you feel oppressed. It'll make you feel like, oh gosh, I'm not going to say anything anymore. I'm not going to raise anything with these people about me and my life, because they seem to be very self-interested, self-absorbed, self-focused. Yeah. What is blocking you this month, Gemini? Well, it is the Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's you want your cup filled. You do. You do want this cup filled. Absolutely. I'm going to get some more cards here, actually. Let's get a card from the Witch's Kitchen deck. Human faithfulness. Oh, yeah. Oh dear. I don't know, Gemini. I think deep down at your core, there is a strong energy of loyalty amongst a group of friends, and you want to be loyal to them. You want to do what's best for them. You want the best for them. There could even be someone in this group of friends who you have an attraction to that you haven't revealed. That's just for some of my Gemini. This person may not be, you may know them to be a little bit of a, what can I say, someone who has a lot of I'm going to call them relationships, but I'm not even sure that they really are. It might be a hookup person, or someone that just is not capable of being faithful, and you've witnessed this as this person's friend, but you love them, whether that's platonically or romantically. Cumin. Well, this spice has been used for thousands of years. And in Egypt, it was actually used as a preservative for the mummies, the mummification. And the ancient Greeks had cumin on the table to spice up their food. Yeah. And of course, spices used to be used as money as well in some cultures in ancient times. It's a healing paste, which is used for things like boils or psoriasis as well, which is really interesting. For some of you who are dealing with that at the moment, there's something that you can do. Look up a healing paste. Of course, see your doctor, guys, first and foremost. For some of you, the cumin is a seed, which is ground up. So a seed of doubt could enter your mind about someone around you. And you may doubt their faithfulness, you may doubt their loyalty, you may doubt something about this individual. You could be questioning this person, not up front, but I think in your mind, looking for signs or seeing signs, especially with that Three of Cups in reverse of unfaithfulness. You could be looking where this person is incapable of pledging loyalty, or they pledge loyalty and then do something stupid, silly. Yeah, okay. And what is achieved here is the 10 of coins. I like that because I feel that for a lot of my Gemini out there, you're focusing on long-term security. You're looking at not so much of you're looking back at your life and thinking, I wish I could have a partner at this particular time who is loyal and there for me, trustworthy. But, you know what, at least I'm getting this security. At least I'm getting this stability. So for a lot of you, you've worked for a long period of time. You're saving up for retirement. For some of you, you're looking at inheritance from a not such a wealthy parent, but at least someone who may have a house or some level of security to pass on to you, Gemini. So looking at family inheritance, looking what you've inherited from family. Yeah. For a lot of you, you're looking at the past like a movie through your mind, and it's kind of going way back, from when you were quite young, going through all of the things that you've been through in life, good and bad. And you're appreciating the legacy. You're understanding that you have a passing on, like it's not just a passing on from parents to you, but you passing on to the next generation. For some of you, you have children to pass on to. Others of you may be looking at what you can pass on in another way, like to an organization or something like that. You will reward loyalty, certainly, Gemini, and if anyone isn't loyal, of course you won't. Certainly. Let's see what you should avoid. 5 of Cups. Yeah, well, regrets or looking back with too many regrets. I mean, we all have stuff in our past, right, Gemini, that we do regret. I mean, it's natural, it's part of the human experience. We don't always get it right, but try not to dwell there. Yeah, try not to dwell there. If you have been the one that has not been loyal or devoted, it's possible for some of you who are cross-watching for a Gemini, this may be a Gemini who is regretting being disloyal, lacking faithfulness. For some of you, you have experienced it on both sides. Sometimes it's a tit-for-tat thing, Gemini, where one person is unfaithful, the other person becomes quite sad, unhappy, and finds a partner themselves. There can be a drifting away there. So under the light of the moon at nighttime, memories of this may come back to you. And there is certainly some sadness there, but you certainly should not dwell on it, Gemini. Now, what you should embrace is the 8 of Cups, yeah. What's done is done, and you can't change. You can forgive or be forgiven, but what you can't do is go back and change it. What you can do is move forward. Yeah. For some of you, there has been a period in your life where you or a partner has been kind of sowing some wild oats that they feel that they missed out on, or going through a midlife crisis or some sort of life crisis where there was infidelity, unfaithfulness. And that may be something that is now not as interesting, not something that you want anymore, either you or this other person. So at this point in time, you may be looking more to settle down with that 10 of Coins, have something strong. Maybe you weren't ready in the past, but now you are, or this other person. Take it as it resonates. It can be the opposite way around. Around you, we do have temptation. Yeah, Devil card, but in reverse. Yeah, I think that you do have a lot of temptation around you, Gemini. You're a successful person. I think that you're someone who loves love. You love to be loved. You love to get the attention. We all do. So, yeah, it's a test. You do constantly have, for some of my Geminis, you're someone who has some sort of high status. It could be a job, it could be, you could be in the public eye, or you could just be extremely good looking or very charismatic. And so you tend to draw a lot of people to you. But you've had difficulty with staying in relationships, or this other person, can be the opposite way around, has had difficulty staying in relationships because of temptation. And then we have the 9 of Coins in the reverse. Yeah, Gemini, for some of you, you may be attracting to you at this time someone who certainly does I don't know. Do they like you for you? Yeah, but I feel it's more someone who at this present time could be very attracted to wealth status, with that 9 of coins in the reverse. It is my card of the gold digger. It's a card of someone who can't look after themselves. It's a card of someone who is dependent or reliant on others for money. Gemini, let's see, I'm going to get some cards here. I'm going to get one from let's get one from this deck. Of course, for some of you across watching, it could be the opposite way around, so do keep that in mind. The 9 of coins in reverse. We have the broom. What dreams may come from what you seek? Make room, make way. A clearing need be. Yeah, for some of you, it's clearing out an energy of people who are very tempting, but you know that they're not really drawn to you for you, Gemini. It's more power, status, money, that kind of thing. Because remember, 10 of coins, it looks like you do have something there of value, which you need to protect, of course. Some of you are clearing out possibly someone's home. It could be a relative, but that won't be for all of you. And during this time, it's kind of like a mad celebration, meaning it's very there's a lot going on. It's kind of it's very emotional, but it's also you want it to be not such a sad occasion, but something that is meaningful, powerful, but also fun, because this person may have been a very fun person. Yeah. Gemini, so clearing room. For others of you who that doesn't resonate with, the broom can be symbolic of making way, making room for something that is more higher vibrational energy with that 10 of coins, like clearing away the temptations, moving away from things that no longer stimulate or excite, and instead, having a different agenda with that broom energy. Let's talk about it a little bit more. It is card number 8, the broom. Well, certainly it feels like purification. A broom, what does it do? Well, it sweeps away dust and dirt, but in this case it's more than that. It holds a special significance. It sweeps more than dirt. Brooms are often used to sweep away negative energy. It can be similar to burning sage, for instance. It sweeps away both physical and invisible energies that have crept in from the outside world. So for some of you, you could be literally clearing out some negative energy from your world, including a home. And this contributes, of course, to a sense of feeling well-being. For some of you, you're cutting out something here that was quite fun at the time, but no longer is that great. It may be causing some more stress than, it's fun in the moment, but then afterwards you think, oh gosh, why did I do that? Yeah. Clearing out the old and dusty, something that you no longer are interested in, to raise your vibration. And when you do that, you raise your strength, and when you're strong, you don't let anything tempt you, Gemini. So you're being guided to do some cleaning here. It could be physical cleaning, of course, some things surrounding your current situation, things that perhaps have been neglected, to clear out the dust of the past. It can mean clearing your aura as well. We tend to hold on to the energy of others, perhaps a bit longer than we should. So I get that this broom energy is like a purification ritual for you, Gemini. The more you clear out the old energy, the more you make room for new energies. Removing things, both physical or metaphorical, from your life, such as mementos from the past, or giving away things that remind you of old situations, helps with that process of clearing. Yes, For some of you, I get that when it comes to looking around you and what you want in the future, you want a home life, and you're considering what that home looks and feels like to you. You're creating what you idealize as home and family. So you may at this time be spending a little bit more time nourishing that rather than the temptation kind of thing. You want something serious. You want to pursue something that nourishes you. Some of you could be spending some time with loved ones, and you kind of going towards people that are very like family, very meaningful to you, rather than spending time with people who are just a little bit more frivolous at this time. For some of my Geminis, you could be making amends with people you've had a falling out with, or there's been some sort of shakiness, some shaky ground. In that case, I see you having some sort of release or purification ritual, which allows you to move on with that Eight of Cups. Yeah, a house is a place, but house isn't a home unless you make it such. So I get you in August. It's a month that's leading you towards a home, building a home, a treasured home. Yeah, it feels like regaining love and respect for home life and what home means to you, Gemini. Yeah, and if there's been any kind of infidelity here, I feel that is being left behind. Now, let's see, I'm going to get some more cards for you, Gemini. I'm going to get one from this deck. Messages for Gemini. Yeah, seeing the big picture. That feels to me like focusing on what you really want here, not the immediate gratification kind of energy. Yeah, surrendering. Releasing and surrendering. Well, yeah, I feel that you're releasing and surrendering things that no longer call to you. It was maybe fun for a while, but there's an energy here of maturing, growing up. Yeah, that may have been something that felt like self-sabotage for some of my Geminis out there. It may have been fun for a while, but in the end it may have created more pain for yourself. Gemini, something that perhaps you wanted at one point but no longer do anymore. And this is tough love. Yeah. For some, it's an energy of really being tough on yourself at this point. For some of you, you could be being tough on someone around you who's very tempting, but you may have to tell the truth about something that has been avoided for a while. And we also have self-love. Yeah, tough love, but it's done because you're focusing on what's important for you here, Gemini. You're learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. Yeah. It may have been a tough cycle for you here, Gemini, but it looks like you're clearing the way for something that's a lot more aligned with your higher vibration, who you truly are at your core here, Gemini. Whatever this was, it feels like it wasn't really you. It's like you're putting on a mask or something like that, or the other person was. Take it as it resonates, guys. Could be the other way around. I want to get an angel card for Gemini, please, for the month of August 2026. We have Barakiel. Okay, well, I'm seeing light purples, light pinks, and the energy around this one is a sense of, well, when I look at this pink here, it feels like a cake, like something very sweet. Yeah, I think what you want here, you're not so interested in like people who are quite aggressive or power, like a power play. What you want here, Gemini, I feel, is sweetness in your life, or someone's sweet. Yeah, for some of you, you may regret letting someone go from the past that had this more sweeter energy. And for some, you may have thought, well, I really want someone who is a bit more ambitious or a bit more driven, or something like that. But you may have found that they were not very nice, or they were just just weren't very loving, something like that, guys. Yeah, sweet blessings of love. Yeah, it feels like cotton candy, rose petals, prioritizing happiness, joy. And this means, of course, choosing each day to be around people who you feel a sense of fun and joy with, who make you laugh. It could be someone who appreciates your uniqueness, Gemini. Someone that you can be fully present with. Yeah, it feels like family, loved ones. It may be that you or someone around you has been involved with a person or people that were very, as I said, very self-focused. Not very fun people to be around. I mean, they may have been depressed, they may have been drinkers, they may have been on drugs. There's so many things that these people may have been doing, and they may have been very draining to be around. But Gemini, this feels like prioritizing sweetness, love, laughter, joy, and comfort. Whenever and wherever you find that opportunity to revel in that experience, take it. Yeah. Play uplifting music and delight in unique pleasures of, just the simple things. It's not about needing to have a lot of stuff in life. I think that at this point here, Gemini, you're really seeing the power of simple joy and laughter. Interesting, guys. Now, Barakiel, the name means God's blessings, and it reminds you that there is great magic here now, if you choose to place your attention on it. So find pleasure in those little things, get yourself some flowers, improve your personal vibration, clean up your home, do all of those things. Barakiel is an angel of domesticity. She helps us find happiness in home, marriage, family life. So if life at home has been feeling dreary, draining, or dull, it looks like the temptation to go towards someone else has been very strong in the past. But Barakiel is here to help you refresh and reset, to remove that kind of energy so that you can really have what it is that you want, which is that 10 of coins. Yeah, simple secrets to rediscovering the everyday pleasure and joy of family, of commitment. So clearing clutter in your home, clearing clutter in your schedule, over-checking your phone will not be something that satisfies you at present. It will, in fact, cause you to miss out on life. So taking time away from the screens, spending quality time with family. Yeah, you don't have to be on call 24 hours a day. Compulsive social media engagement really robs you of valuable energy that you could have for your own self-care, as well as for energy for your loved ones who are right there around us. So invoke Barakiel, ask her to fill your life and your home with sweetness and joy. Gemini, I love that energy for you. Let's see, I'm going to get one more card. Let's get one from this deck here for Gemini, please, for the month of August. Castle, yeah. It's time for healing, not war. I'm going to leave it there for you guys and wish you all the very best, Gemini. Please do take care. If you'd like a personal reading, I do have some limited spots available. You can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, or you can go to my Etsy store. The links are down below in the descriptions box. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. They are super important for my channel, so please don't leave before you drop me a comment or hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, guys. That way you won't miss a reading. Thank you so much for your support, Gemini. Please take care and bye for now.